some of the impacts of lifestyle on aging, the basic things that we always talk about, diet and exercise, are so critical. If you're feeding your body really healthy foods, you're moving a lot, your body's going to be much happier. You're going to have blood flowing throughout your body. You're going to be clearing toxins. You're going to be nourished, and the maintenance of your body is going to reward you. Welcome to LifeSculpt by ChristiMD, the podcast where we delve into the art of living your best life. I'm your host, Dr. Christi, a board-certified surgeon, wellness enthusiast, author of the BioVitality Blueprint, and your guide to transforming health and happiness. Here we explore cutting-edge health trends, chat with inspiring guests, and share practical tips to sculpt the life you've always dreamed of. So grab your headphones, get comfortable, and let's dive into today's episode. Today's episode is entitled Intentional Aging, how you the choices that you make can control how you age. This is really an important topic to me. I have really focused on my own aging process so that I can age intentionally well, that I can stay well and maintain my health that I have. I have been blessed with good health, and I have worked very hard to keep it, to maintain it. Not out of vanity. I'm sure there's definitely some vanity in there, but more so I can stay functional and productive and continue doing the things that I love, continue operating on patients, enjoying my husband, my family, my grandchildren, my friends, traveling, being active. I want to be able to enjoy all that through the coming decades. And so I really focus a lot on what I can do to age intentionally and well. How can I support my body? And my book, The BioVitality Blueprint, goes into this a lot. And I wanted to just revisit this concept because it's so important, because I think a lot of times we just think that aging is just something that's going to happen to us. In fact, this past weekend, I was hanging out with some friends, old and new, and getting to know some people that I hadn't met before or that I didn't know well. And it was really interesting. There's one couple, our hosts, a married couple. They've been together since they were high school sweethearts. Really, really great, special couple. And they have really, over the last year, have made some extremely positive changes in their life with hormone balancing, really dialing in their nutrition, their fitness level, their supplementation, taking several steps towards a higher level of health. And it shows. They look so great. They're loving life. They're traveling, doing all kinds of wonderful things. They have clearly a very positive, life-giving relationship with one another, and they are aging intentionally and well, and they have goals going forward in the next 10, 20, 30 years that they want to accomplish. And it's really cool to see. Contrast that with one of the other guests, who was a great guy, really enjoyed getting to know him, smoking 2 packs a day, drinking beer all day long, kind of looking a little older, I think, than he is. And we were talking about aging, and he just said, I'm just embracing it. I'm just embracing it, kind of gruff about it. Um, and that's good on the one hand. Like, yeah, there's some things that we can't control, but on the other hand, there are things that we can control. And unfortunately, we know that if we don't take care of ourselves, that down the line, we're going to end up with greater issues and problems that will impact our ability to enjoy our life and to enjoy relationships. So I think it's important to think about aging, to accept the aging process and not forever want to be young and want to look young, recognizing, yes, that time is marching on and we're all aging, but can we do it in the best way possible for ourselves? Aging is inevitable, but how we age is largely within our control. So I want to encourage you with some proactive choices that can influence the quality of your aging, and why it's important to care about the aging process. So first, let's talk about the science of aging. There is what's called biological versus chronological age. So biological age is how your body is aging. What is the age of your DNA? We look at a surrogate test for that is called telomeres. And we can look at telomeres, and they're the caps on the end of the DNA. So if you think about the DNA, the double helix structure, on the end of that double stranded helix is a little cap that holds it together. And as that cap gets worn down over time with aging, stress, poor lifestyle, etc., then once that cap is gone, it's gone, and that DNA will unravel and that cell will die. So we want to preserve the telomeres. We don't exactly know all the ins and outs of telomeres yet. So it's emerging science. We don't know if we can make them grow, but we do know some factors that can prevent them from shortening further. And there is a test that we can do here in my office where we can check the telomere lengths and see how you've done so far, where you are right now, and if you need to really get a little bit more dialed in. Some of the impacts of lifestyle on aging, the basic things that we always talk about, diet and exercise, are so critical. If you're feeding your body really healthy foods, you're moving a lot, your body's going to be much happier. You're going to have blood flowing throughout your body. You're going to be clearing toxins. You're going to be nourished, and the maintenance of your body is going to reward you. The other big factor, and we know that telomeres are affected by stress. Stress management is extremely important. We do live in a very stressful society, very fast-paced, goal-oriented. There's so much going on all the time, so many opportunities, things that we can do that are great things and fun things, but it can become too much, and we don't often take enough time to just be quiet and still. That's one of the big reasons why I promote having a good relationship with God, because once you connect with God and you really get to know Him, you realize that He offers inner peace and happiness that you can't really find anywhere else. That's enduring. And it's one of the best stress management. Um, uh, I hate to say tools, that doesn't sound right, but one of the best ways to manage stress that I have found is the more that my faith grows in Jesus, the less stress that I have in my life. And that helps you age better. Um, and there are a lot of studies that show that certain foods and habits can even reverse aspects of aging. And we also, you just um, look at someone that smokes a lot or has done a lot of drugs, and you can see they look older, right? Their skin is saggy and wrinkled. Their teeth aren't as good. They've lost some of the glow of their eyes and their skin. You can see the outward, and just imagine what's going on inside of their body as well. So we have a lot of control over our aging process, and that's what I want to really press home with you today. So some of the benefits of proactive aging, your physical health, of course. If you exercise regularly, particularly resistance training, meaning weight training, whether it's body weight, barbells, dumbbells, TRX strap, whatever you can do to keep your muscles building, growing, maintaining, you're going to maintain your strength and mobility, and your metabolism is going to be better, and you're going to age much better. And also, you look younger when you have more muscle mass. If you lose your muscle mass and you just become a fat mass, then you don't look as young, you don't look as healthy and vital. So that's a very simple thing that you can do. It does take discipline, it takes effort. I'll be honest, like right now, I need to go exercise tonight. I haven't exercised for 3 days and I'm not feeling it. But I know that if I make myself go, that I will be really happy once the class is over. Feel better. I'll sleep better tonight. And I know that my body needs it. Another benefit of proactive aging is cognitive function. So important. If we are taking care of our body, then our brain is going to be much happier. And, the physical part of the brain, but also the mental stimulation and social engagement, all of that contributes to cognitive longevity, to prevent dementia and Alzheimer's. You've got to stay engaged. You need to keep learning. You need to keep stimulating your brain, giving it some fuel to work on, not just physical fuel, but also mental fuel that it can process. And you can use your brain to the best of its ability and keep it going. It's keep like a muscle, keep exercising it so that it will continue to function well for you. Another benefit of proactive aging is emotional well-being. Really having an attitude of gratitude, really being thankful for what you have, where your life is, having a purpose for your life and a positive outlook. All of those have been shown over and over to improve the aging process, and can really not only make you feel better in the here and now, but will make you feel better 10 years from now and 20 years from now. So, staying independent is a really big part of this. So, as you're aging, if you are not taking care of yourself, you're not moving, you will gradually lose independence. You'll gradually not be able to walk very far. You won't be able to sit up in bed by yourself, go to the bathroom by yourself. All of these things that we see in elderly patients because they were not proactive with continuing to exercise their body and keep moving. And then people become very isolated at that point. It's really sad to see, but that is sort of the outcropping of that's the fruit of the decisions that you make day to day. You can decide either I'm going to take care of this body and maintain it, and keep it going, keep it active, keep it functioning at the highest level possible, or I'm going to just let it go and not maintain it. One of what the host this weekend, the one that's really proactive about his health, he made a really great analogy that I love. So, you people buy cars, yeah, nice cars, and they maintain their cars. They get the oil change, they get the tires replaced, the fans belts replaced, all the things that you do, wash your car, all the things to keep that car looking and running the best way possible. Yet for some reason, it's so hard for us to maintain our bodies and maintain our health, but it's infinitely more important than our car. Your body, your health, your well-being is much more worth it. And that is something that I feel very passionate about, because I think if we can encourage each other to age better and be healthier, eat the right foods, keep moving, stay connected to God, just imagine where we can go as a society. How much more productivity we'll have, and how much more enjoyment and happiness that we'll get out of life. Okay, I digress. Practical tips for healthy aging: course nutrition, a diet rich in whole foods and plant-based foods. Plant-based foods are the way to go. There's a big emphasis on protein. Protein is important. I'm not going to say it's not important, but this whole emphasis on just getting as much protein as possible really does not move the needle on your health. It's way more important to get plants, fruits and vegetables, and lots of fiber. That is what is going to fuel your body, make your body happy. And so I'm a big advocate. I think the research is extremely clear that a plant-based diet is the diet for health and longevity. Physical activity, of course, regular exercise, both aerobic and strength training. Aerobic doesn't have to be super intense. It could be, walking and then maybe some stairs, something that's going to get your heart rate up a little bit faster. You want to kind of push your heart just a little bit. And then strength training is so critical. So you need to do both. I really love when I go to my exercise class, sometimes certain strength training will get my heart rate up at the same time. So I'm doing both at the same time, and that feels really good. Mental engagement, of course, is super important. Activities that can stimulate the mind and foster social connections. The spiritual connection, really maintaining, fostering your spiritual life. Our current culture really doesn't put much emphasis on the spiritual life, and it is extremely important. And it's a wealth of resources for you. It's actually, the source of life itself comes from God, the creator. So if you can tap into that and you can get to know God and receive that energy from Him, you're going to psychologically, emotionally, and spiritually, you're going to feel better. And actually, your body feels better too. And then, of course, it's really important to not ignore going to the doctor. And I encourage people to get tested, get blood work. We can do a lot of advanced screening to see how you're aging with your biomarkers, looking at your DNA, your telomeres. We can look at several other surrogate markers for how how much inflammation's in your body, how your metabolism is working, and you can get some clear cut guidance on what you can do to age intentionally. And of course, I love hormones, so getting your hormones balanced is really powerful for aging intentionally. It's a really good decision to make. So I want to encourage you to take proactive steps in your daily life. Take one step today, one little thing that you can do. Maybe you go for a little walk, or you pray, or you eat a piece of fruit or some celery, or something that you enjoy, something positive for your body. And each little step is going to get you on a better aging journey that you can navigate with intention and care. And you deserve that. You're very special to the world. The world needs you. And we want you to stay as healthy as possible and be able to give as much as you can give to the world that you're designed for. Thank you for tuning into this episode of LifeSculpt by Christi MD. I hope you found our conversation as inspiring and as enlightening as I did. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback helps us reach more listeners and spread the message of living a life sculpted by health and happiness. Don't forget to follow us on social media at LifeSculpt by ChristiMD for more updates, behind the scenes content, and to join our amazing community. And follow my personal account at Love Life Medicine for great health and inspirational content. Until next time, remember to prioritize your well-being and keep sculpting the life you love. And don't forget to get to know God. He wants you to be happy and to have inner peace.